And finally, the moment which all of us had been waiting for, and personally I was very eager for that, the address by the chief guest of the evening. And as soon as the word chief guest, you hear of this word chief guest, the thing which comes to your mind is about someone, elderly person with some grey hairs, someone in the mid-40s or the late 50s or 60s, but here we have a very young and dynamic gentleman sitting amongst us. But I should say that do not be fooled by his age, as he carries behind him loads of experience, first as an investment banker, then as a bureaucrat, and now as a diplomat. He holds a bachelor degree in computer science, followed by a degree in management from the prestigious Essex Business School in Paris and IIM Calcutta. He worked as an investment banker with ABN AMRO, Bank of Scotland and CIMB, but he was destined for something bigger in life. He joined the Indian Revenue Services, Customs and Central Excise in 2014 and worked as an assistant commissioner at the Ministry of Finance. But the quest for excellence did not stop here. He joined the Indian Foreign Services after getting 149th rank in UPSC exams 2015 and has been working for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 2016. If I am not wrong, he has worked at the Indian Embassy in Doha, Qatar before joining Riyadh and is currently the Second Secretary, Press Information and Culture at the Indian Embassy in Riyadh. With so many achievements at such a young age, sky is the limit. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for welcoming the young and dynamic Mr. Asim Anwar on the podium.
Riyadh Ahmed, founder and president, Indian Forum for Education. Dr. Nadeem Kareem, guest of honor. Dr. Faisal, this is an excellent MC for the evening, and thank you very much for the generous introduction. And Dr. Salman Khalid. Good evening to all of you. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. The ambassador has had to travel, so I am presenting him this evening on behalf of the Embassy of India. First of all, I would like to thank the Indian Forum for Education for actually organizing an event like this, because what we find is that this last 5 or 6 months, and of course, as you already heard, the experiences shared by our friends here from the medical community, it has been very different. All of us have experienced it differently. Some of us have had a personal brush with this pandemic, but it's for the first time that we see, or rather in a long time, that we see that real leaders have emerged. And it's if you have to take any positive from such an event, of course it's not over, of course, as we all know, and Dr. Junaid and Dr. Aisha were very specific in telling us that it's not time for us to relax. The precautions still have to be continued. In fact, I still don't know whether to remove my mask or to continue wearing it. So we kind of put it in the middle. I don't know whether it's not useful, because that's actually defeats the purpose. But anyhow, it's time for us to actually look forward, but at the same time see how we have spent the last 6 months. And that way, the Indian Forum for Education has done an excellent thing by organizing an event like this, recognizing the Corona warriors from medical fraternity. I think the medical fraternity has been at the front lines. I don't have to remind everyone what role they have played. I think all of us know that they have actually there have been a lot of personal sacrifices, as we have heard, and many of them have worked away from friends and family without caring for their own health and safety. And we know that by looking at the statistics in Saudi Arabia, in India, and all over the world, that the number of doctors and nurses who have actually lost their lives, and this is actually a time for us to also remember those who, through their service, have actually lost their own life in the service of the community. So I would also like to mention how, while it looks like we have actually done very well in the kingdom here, the numbers are less, and I think as of today, the numbers are actually the number of new cases are less than 500. So I would like to use this opportunity as a representative of the Embassy of India to thank the wise Saudi leadership for the precautions they have taken to ensure that we in Saudi Arabia have been able to, at least as things stand, have been able to come out of it somewhat and been able to actually organize an event like this. I'm sure for everyone this is the first time we are able to see so many people gathered in one place. It's very positive, it's very heartwarming to see all of us gathered, of course with masks, and we don't know when that will go, maybe after several months or maybe a year or two, but at least we have an opportunity to gather here, see ourselves face to face. I think all of us for the first time have got exposed to apps like Zoom, etc., where we have had to make do with virtual interactions, but there has been a positive step taken, and we are able to look forward by having events like this. So once again, congratulations to all the Corona warriors. Your sacrifices and your services are well recognized, and we hope that we take this as an example for the community and for everyone, and remember the sacrifices of those who have gone through this difficult period. On behalf of the embassy, now as an embassy representative, I would also use this opportunity, without taking too much of your time, to say that the interaction between the embassy and the community has been excellent. I recall a lot of names and a lot of familiar faces here who have worked very closely with the embassy to in all the initiatives we rolled out during this difficult period. During the month of February, we had an agenda for the year, but unfortunately, once things started, the situation started developing, our priorities had to be changed. So a lot of the things we had planned for the year, the events we had planned, obviously took a backseat, and all of us, in our own small way, became Corona warriors. So there was, whether you're a diplomat looking at political affairs or press information culture, we all became Corona warriors in our own small way. The ambassador himself took a lot of personal initiative. We had regular interactions over Zoom and other apps with the community members, and also with the media to give regular updates. We worked very closely with the community to ensure that those who needed food and urgent medical advice, they were attended to. Some of you did recount the WhatsApp groups that were formed to interact with the medical community, and since a lot of people would approach the embassy with queries, we had an emergency helpline that was set up very early on. So we could quickly connect those who were in need of medical aid or medical advice to these doctors on these WhatsApp groups. So in our own small way, we were able to do that. Of course, from an embassy point of view, one thing we are relatively proud of is the repatriation of the Indians we have done. For the last 4 or 5 months, we have had several flights. Maybe I think around 800 flights or so have taken off from the kingdom at a time when international flights had been suspended, and more than 1.5 lakh Indians have returned from Saudi Arabia back to India. And this includes, I personally know many of them who were in very difficult situations, who had lost their jobs, who had lost their loved ones back in India, either to Corona or for other reasons, and very old people who had their visit visas expiring soon. So this is something which I think we have been able to do very well. We hope to continue doing this going forward as well. Now, just to conclude, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I would like to again reiterate what Dr. Junaid, Dr. Aisha, and everyone said, that this is not time for us to relax. We need to remember that this is not over yet. From the embassy point of view too, we have started our activities, of course, but then we are mindful of the fact that safety comes first. So we are starting our activities. We are taking baby steps towards normalcy. The embassy is fully functional, as most of you already know. All our functions and services are currently in full flow. Of course, there was a short period in the middle when many of us were ourselves afflicted with Corona. So there was a small period, a lull, when the embassy could not function to its full capacity. But everything is fine now, and we look forward to serving the Indian community, which of course is one of the largest in the world, 2.6 million. So we take that as a source of pride for all of us that during this difficult period we are able to serve such a large number of people. And I have no hesitation in saying that right from the ambassador down to everyone at the embassy, that is what gives us the strength to actually work hard and to of course see the efforts of the medical fraternity here and the community volunteers and organizations such as the Indian Forum for Education. We get the strength to try our best to make sure that the services of the government of India are delivered to you, delivered to the Indian community in as smooth a fashion as possible. So once again, congratulations to the Corona warriors and thank you very much again, and we hope that we have more such events going forward and we look forward that things will continue to improve and we start having bigger crowds, at an incremental pace, of course. I don't want to, again, as I said, precautions being taken, bigger crowds and a lot more events, both from the embassy point of view and as well as from IFE and other organizations. And look forward to the rest of the year and the years going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Asim, for your nice words, and we wish you all the success in future. And hopefully, some of us will be present here to see him as an ambassador of the country, inshallah.